as in alligator. L also in alligator. But it's not alligator. It's the Al Travis Show.
And we're lucky to have our next guest on. He is Jay Caldwell, the voice there in central Minnesota, and probably a mental counselor for yours truly. Jay, thanks for being here. Here's your problem.
What's the trouble, Al? What's going on?
Well, because I am made to be the biggest homer ever. The Vikings, I want desperately for my squad to do well. Do this gig, and I try being very honest, and I call the Timberwolves out when the Timberwolves need to be called out. I try hard. So last week, deciding, what I'm going to say about whether I think the Timberwolves can win or not against the Lakers. I'm going to be honest. This is terrible. It's life-threatening when you're a radio announcer in Minnesota to say this, but I said realistically, I think the Lakers take it in 6. I get it. I should fall to the homer side every time, but I want to be honest, right? What were your thoughts? What were your thoughts going into this tournament with the Lakers before they won?
I thought the Wolves were going to have a hard time winning it. I mean, I'm with you. I mean, we talked about it last week, and Luka has had their number in the past. Yep. But one of the things we noticed about Game 1 is that Luka's supporting cast with Dallas may have been better than what he's got with the Lakers. Now, that's just one game. Now, that certainly could change. We certainly don't want to get overconfident about it, but if you remember the Denver series, that there would be games where the Wolves would blow them out, then the Wolves would get blown out. So we know things can change pretty quickly.
Well, and I throw this out here because I was being honest when I thought we'd lose in 6. I think we lose in 7, but anybody can win a Game 7, so I'm not counting my folks out. But, Jay, this is the problem today and my mental issues. Watching that game, I so want to believe, why can't we win on Tuesday? Take 2 home games, walk away with a 4 and sweep. What is wrong with me? I know mentally that's not going to happen. No other announcer in the world is calling the Timberwolves in 4. But that's my homer in me. It's a sickness. It's a disease, I swear.
If they win Game 2,
yes,
Los Angeles tomorrow night, then you have to start realistically thinking that way, because then you've just taken 2 on the road.
Yeah, you got home games.
Right. Yeah, then you got home games coming up for Games 3 and 4. And especially if it's not close, but the expectation is that it's going to be closer, and that the Lakers will make some adjustment. The Wolves have made a bunch of corner threes against the Lakers on Game 1 on Saturday. Yeah. Those maybe won't drop for them this time.
Well, you would put money on they're not going to shoot 50% from threes. They got 21 out of 42. That's coming back down to reality. We're not a 50. So
that's right. Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment. But the way they approach Luka is like, okay, we'll just go get your points, but we're not going to let you throw to anybody else. He had 1 assist.
Yeah.
And he and LeBron spent a lot of time complaining about calls, even though fouls were 21-10.
Yeah, no.
21 fouls against the Wolves, 10 against the Lakers. So, I mean, they were getting the calls, and yet they still lost by 20-some points.
You see the Lakers, that isn't not just a meme. The Lakers literally beg for everything every time, and I thought we were bad at it. They are ridiculous. Let me ask you this on just a global look at it, because, again, you're in the business. How much money did ABC lose running the 4 games they ran last night or yesterday? It was a 50 to start the day, the first game, Grizzlies and Thunder. This is going to be huge. A 51-point blowout. I tried to watch. You couldn't watch it. I tried to then turn over to the Twins. I couldn't watch them. I had a sports afternoon out in the garage. They were horrible games.
You're going to have that sometimes. I mean, the Grizzlies aren't healthy. OKC is a way better team, and they proved it. That series will probably be 4. I mean, that's...
Yeah. The Celtics Magic, 17 points. The Celtics just continued to just methodically beat them up. Then the Cavaliers come on and beat a Houston team that was 8 under during the regular season. 8 under 500, and they're smoked by 21, and I don't even think the Cavaliers tried.
Right. Yeah, but there was one road team that won. That was Golden State. They beat Houston last night. So
again, but my point to losing the money, the best team, the best game, what it started 8:30, 9 o'clock last night. I mean, it was so late in the evening, I didn't get to watch the end of it. But that was a decent ball game. The rest were not, and I can't imagine if you had put your money down to be in part of the ABC telecast, and it's 40 points by halftime. Who watched the rest of that game?
Yeah, that's not good. That's not what you said. I mean, I was thinking with the Wolves-Lakers game, when the Wolves were up by 25, that ESPN's got to be hating this.
Yeah.
They would have expected this would be a close game. And we, as Minnesotans, all believe that the NBA would love to see the Lakers win because of the star power that's associated with them. But let's face it, Anthony Edwards, he might be a better player than both of those guys right now.
Right now. At this moment, a younger kid, I don't disagree. You can't argue it. He can get a shot when he wants it. When they double him up, he's now finding those people to throw it to. I give him credit. He might be peaking at the right time. I just wonder how they can stay. And I've been an anti-Gobert guy. The difference between Gobert and Naz Reid might be 3 or 4 inches, but I think Naz Reid is just a better ball player.
Well, Naz is a good shooter, handles the ball pretty well. Gobert is pretty much as advertised. He's a defensive guy, gets rebounds. Not going to do much for you offensively.
No, he's just tall.
7'2". Yeah, he's 7'2". You can't teach that.
Yeah, you can't. Just stand under there and just make people scared. Right. One last thing I want to talk a little bit just for the last couple minutes. I don't want to beat down on this. Do you see a way where the Twins can turn this season around? I know it's early, but I don't see much glimmer of light right now. The hitting's not there. The pitching's not there starting. The pitching relief isn't there. What do you see that makes us think there's a turnaround?
It's looking rough. I mean, but the good news is that they kind of called up Keishel, and he looked pretty good. Yep. Royce Lewis isn't going to be too far away. They got Brooks Lee up now, so I mean they've got some young guys that might make it more interesting to watch. You can bring up Zebby Matthews, who's been lighting it up at AAA. So, whether or not they could turn it around and be a playoff team, there's going to have to be a lot of good things that happen. But to make them more watchable, maybe some of these young guys come up and make it a little bit more fun to watch anyway.
Is Rocco Baldelli looking for other things elsewhere? I mean, I don't know how long you can do. This team is for sale for $1.7 billion. You don't get that if you're losing this many games. I'm more concerned he has no rope, no length of time to figure it out.
Yeah, I'd say that he's probably on the hot seat.
Mm-hmm.
That I mean, he's been able to avoid being fired in part because they've had so many injuries, and that's been the excuse. It's like, okay, well, if they would have had people healthy, which he has no control over, then they would have been a winning team. But I'm not quite sure that he's going to be able to survive unless the team turns it around. And
I'm not calling for his head because a lot of these times when teams go south, I don't think it's the coach's fault. He didn't forget how to coach. I forgot to do this. I don't think that's necessarily the case, but somebody's got to, they're in contracts with the rest. Somebody's got to go. I'd be worried if I was him at the way we're looking anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not calling for it. All right, Jay, love having you on the program, my friend. Let's do it again next week.
You got it, Al.
He's Jay Caldwell, voice of Central Minnesota on the Al Travis Show.